Borahae Army! Welcome to week 9 of the BTS Comeback Glow Up Project. If you're new here, my name is Dinah. I'm a Hobie bias from Houston who is trying to stay committed to her intentions for 2026 using BTS as inspiration.
The goal is to add one new good habit each week or eliminate or replace one bad one for the next 3 months so that by the time Arirang is out, I am a happier, healthier version of myself. And I would love to have you join me. This week's habit focuses on connection and community. Human beings are wired for connection. Research suggests that strong social bonds are just as important to our health as exercise and healthy eating. And yet, former U.S. Surgeon General Vivek Murthy cites loneliness as a major public health risk. According to his 2023 report, which I will link in the description below for anyone who's interested, lacking social connection is as dangerous as smoking up to 15 cigarettes per day. As I transitioned from working in schools and libraries to pet sitting and freelance writing, I went from having quite a few close colleagues and friends to going weeks without seeing another person. Yes, I maintained a strong social connection with my parents. We spoke on the phone once or twice a day until my mom passed last year, and I still have a daily lunchtime chat with my dad. But over time, my closest friends moved away, and my relationships with former coworkers drifted after I changed careers. I honestly didn't think this was such a big deal. I'm an introvert, so I don't crave a lot of social interaction. And in general, I like dogs more than I like people. But then I noticed when I did have coffee with an old colleague, I could not shut up. It had been so long since I'd looked another person in the eye and had them really listen. It opened the floodgates. Luckily, I realized what was happening and course corrected, reminding myself that conversations involve both talking and listening, and perhaps I could do a little more of the latter. But it was a wake up call that I had been isolating myself. So I started making an effort to nurture my existing close friendships, but I had no idea how to make new friends as an adult until I discovered BTS. As Baby Army, I felt somewhat alone in my fandom. I knew Bangtan had millions of fans all over the world, but I didn't think many of them were my age, and I didn't know how to connect with anyone beyond liking their posts on Instagram or occasionally commenting on YouTube content. Eventually, though, I discovered communities of like minded army filled with fans of all ages. So that's my first suggestion. If you're not already part of an online group, find one that appeals to you and see if they have a curated place to meet away from social media. My favorites are Afternoon of Delight, a K drama podcast with an active Patreon community, a good portion of whom are also BTS fans, and AP 529, a worldwide army community for adults with a robust Discord platform. I'll include links to these two platforms in the description. Once I made local and regional friends in those groups, I made arrangements to meet them in real life, suggesting we meet up at cup sleeves, Korean restaurants, concerts, concert films, etc. If you're more comfortable meeting face to face first, don't be afraid to attend BTS events by yourself. I promise you will find friendly army who will chat you up and make you feel comfortable. You may not be ready to exchange phone numbers with folks you meet this way, but you can ask for their social handles and continue the conversation online. If you already have a good group of Army friends, your goal might involve connecting more often. Could you set up a monthly meetup where you shop at a local K pop store, or visit an art museum, or volunteer at a shelter, or just drink wine and listen to the new album the moment it drops? Of course, building your Borahae does not necessarily have to involve other army. You might choose instead to strengthen your bonds with existing friends, family, or romantic partners, in which case your week 9 habit might be to make time for a monthly date night with your significant other, to put away your phone and spend an hour every evening playing with your kiddo, or to set up a weekly call with your best friend from college who lives in another time zone. As always, I encourage you to do a little prep work to ensure you'll follow through and intentionally build strong connections with others. Step one, join a community that resonates with you. If your goal involves making friends based on a shared interest, BTS or otherwise, take the time to find a group that feels good. If it's an online community, read their chats. If it's an in person group, talk to existing members. Get a feel for how they interact and make sure it's a good fit. Step two, research or brainstorm experiences to share. Whether your habit involves BTS or not, sharing experiences you both or all enjoy is a powerful way to strengthen your relationships. Are there local events or attractions you'd like to visit together? Or would you have fun doing a buddy watch of a K drama, for example? Step three, put connection on the calendar. Relationships require effort and intention, so it's helpful to remind yourself to reach out. Consider scheduling a regular phone call or hangout with the people who matter to you, or set an alarm on your phone that cues you to text someone you care about. Step four, set the intention to be present. If you can't get out of your own head, you can't really connect with another person. So before you meet up, remind yourself to put your phone away, engage in active listening, show up with empathy, and ask open ended questions. I'll link to an article that expands on the idea of mindful listening in the description below. When V coined the term Borahae, he spoke to the preciousness of purple, the last color on the spectrum of visible light. And there is something very special about the bonds between and among Army and BTS. But that magic doesn't come without a little work. You've got to really show up for each other to build a community committed to loving and trusting each other for a long time, as Tay said. I used to think that relationships were supposed to be easy and effortless, that if you were meant to be friends, you would never fight or hurt each other's feelings, and that you would naturally spend time together without thinking about it much. I eventually learned that relationships are hard sometimes, incredibly rewarding, absolutely necessary, but also a challenge. And I learned not to take close connections for granted. We all need a support system, especially when the world is on fire. So let me close with an excerpt from VeryWellMind on how to be the kind of friend I think V was talking about. And I'll link to the full article in the description if you want to know more. 1. Listen more than you talk. True listening means being present, not planning your next comment while the other person is speaking. 2. Validate their experiences. You don't need to fix your friend's problems. The best gift is to acknowledge their feelings without minimizing, judging, or offering unsolicited advice. 3. Check in regularly. A quick thinking of you, how are you doing text can mean the world. 4. Celebrate their wins, even the small ones. Show up enthusiastically for your friends' achievements, no matter how big or small. 5. Respect their boundaries. Good friendships are built on trust. Whether your friend needs space or needs you to listen, respecting those needs shows you genuinely care. As always, I want to hear how this works for you. Let me know what Borahae building habit you're considering in the comments below, and feel free to DM me if you have questions or want to share your experience. I'm at Dinah Kate on Discord and at Stars Thrown In on Instagram. I'll be back on Wednesday for a progress check and Saturday with next week's new aim.